Tottenham Hotspur. If there's only one phrase to describe this club lately, it would be so close yet so far. The side from North London has seemingly been one of the strongest sides in English football across the past few seasons, but have nothing to show for it. So often they have come close to winning silverware, but it just has not happened. And Spurs' loss to Liverpool in this past weekend's Champions League final just adds to an astonishing 11-year trophy drought. Today, however, we will take over Tottenham and secure them that cherished piece of silverware. And it won't just be any piece of silverware, it is going to be the Champions League trophy. Today, finally, we rebuild Tottenham Hotspur. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. We are headed back to the Premier League here as we take over Tottenham. Heartbreaking loss to them in the Champions League final across the weekend, but we're going to make it right. We're going to make Tottenham champions of Europe. For those of you who have not seen a rebuilding challenge video yet, here are the rules. So the main objective of this is to take a team to the Champions League final. We will be simulating every single game up until the Champions League final, which we will play ourselves. We can make whatever transfers we like. Realistic, unrealistic, it does not matter. There's a big focus on the transfer window, only showing players that we sign. And finally, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. Let's get into the rebuild. But if you guys do go on to enjoy today's rebuild with Tottenham, make sure you leave a like on the video. Also, if you are new around here, make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. So this is what our starting lineup looks like with Tottenham in season 1. Definitely a very strong side, but there is room for improvement quite clearly. There's a left back and I would say right back spot needs a bit of help, along with the right wing / right mid position and even the centre mid spot. Now, Harry Winks is someone that obviously has a great future ahead of him, but we want to break a record in this rebuild. We realistically could win the Champions League this season, so we want to potentially upgrade at the centre mid spot as well. But we'll get into the transfer business and see how we go. It has only taken us a few days to make our first signing as Tottenham manager, and it is someone that we have not signed for a while in the rebuild series. It is Alexandro, joining us from Juventus for £38.7 million. And a player departure here. We have sold 34-year-old Michel Vorm to Middlesbrough for £2.1 million. And we've sold our right back here, Kieran Trippier, headed to Atletico Madrid. The Englishman signs for £18.4 million. And there it is. We have added a new right back to the side here. It is Dani Carvajal. The Spaniard joins us from Real Madrid. Maybe we overpaid for him slightly, but he's one of the best right backs in the world. He has joined us from Real Madrid for £51.7 million. And I tell you what, with Carvajal, with Sandro, with Alderweireld, with Vertonghen, our back four is almost unstoppable now. Goodbye, Danny Rose. With the addition of Alexandro, we no longer need the English left back, so he has taken his talents to Bayer Leverkusen for £16.5 million. And it's another player departure here, as we have sold the Argentinian right midfielder Eric Lamela. He has headed to Serie A. He has headed to Napoli for the transfer sum, a pretty impressive transfer sum, £31 million. I'll take it. And I believe with that signing, he is now the most famous Argentine player to ever play for Napoli. Diego Maradona who? So our first window in charge of Tottenham has been defensively focused. Alexandro and Carvajal improve our left back and right back spot. There's still money in the bank, which I plan on spending in January, but we are going to assess the side once we hit January. Michel Vorm, Kieran Trippier, Danny Rose and Eric Lamela all departing the club. And now this is what the starting 11 looks like. We are, of course, in the Champions League for this first season, so let's go and see what our Champions League group is looking like. So, whilst Tottenham went all the way this season, they almost didn't get out of Group B in the Champions League. And it's the group of death. We're going to be hard pushed to get out of it again. Tottenham, Barcelona, PSV Eindhoven, and Inter Milan. I'm hopeful we get out and I'm confident we get out. No, I wouldn't say confident. I'm hopeful, but it's going to be interesting. Let's get to the end of the group and see how we've gone. Let's go, guys. We have actually gotten out of the group quite comfortably. It's a quite different gap, I guess you could say, compared to what it was in real life, but the same outcome as Barcelona, other side progressing with us. We are through to the round of 16. The hope of winning in the first season still alive, and our opponent in the first season is going to be Atletico Madrid, so a very tough task. Can we get past Simeone's men? We'll have to find out. And of course, the goal for the Premier League this season, well, the goal would be to win the Premier League, but ultimately, top 4 is what we are after. Currently sitting in third, 5 points, safe in the top 4. We need to survive in the top 4. Take a drink every time I said top 4. He's having a tough go of things, so why not bring Gareth Bale back to the club where he made himself a hero, made himself a world superstar. So we have signed Gareth Bale from Real Madrid, £66.3 million to bring the Welshman back to White Hart Lane. Welcome back to Tottenham, Gareth Bale. We didn't have a ridiculous amount of money to go out and buy a starting centre midfielder, for example, but I have decided to invest in a backup striker in case anything happens to Harry Kane, and that backup striker is the Croatian striker, Andre Kramaric from Hoffenheim. The 27-year-old joins us for £33 million. A signing I'm very excited about. So 2 big attacking players in the January window, Gareth Bale and Kramaric into the club. The big question now, though, is can we go deep and get ourselves to the Champions League final? We're going to find that answer out with Atletico Madrid being our round of 16 opponent. All right, so I'm very interested to see how we're going to go here. Atletico Madrid, the big blow, however, Eriksen is out for the first leg, definitely, potentially the second leg, and they take the lead with an away goal in the first minute, and Alderweireld's injured. Are you kidding me? First Eriksen, now Alderweireld, and they have an away goal. They have a second. Are you kidding me? We are 2-0 down. We are in absolute shambles. 3-0. What is happening to our side here? We get a goal back through Lucas Moura, but that is pathetic. 3-1 loss in the home leg. They have 3 away goals. We're going to have to score 3 goals if we're any chance of getting through to the quarterfinals. That is atrocious. And to make it worse, Toby Alderweireld is out for 2 bloody months. Alright, so the away leg, minimal confidence. Eriksen's still injured for this, and obviously we're not with Alderweireld. We're going to have to score goals. We're going to have to score them early. They get another goal, so we're going to have to score a third. We're going to still score 3 goals if we want to take it to extra time. And as we near half time is running out quite rapidly. Yep, no, we're absolutely screwed. We need to score 4 goals in half an hour here. What is happening? We had intentions of winning the Champions League this season, and we have been absolutely destroyed. We have been embarrassed. Costa has scored a hat-trick against us. 6-1 on aggregate. That is an abomination. We deserve the sacking after that. We absolutely fell flat on our face in the Champions League, but the good thing is we'll have another shot at it next season. We have comfortably finished in the top 4. We finish in 3rd position, just like real life. Man City win the league, but we finished in 3rd, 79 points. I will take that happily. Still pissed off that we finished in around the 16, but in the relegation battle, Watford, Cardiff and Newcastle all going down to the championship. The FA Cup was won by West Ham United, who took down Man United 1-0 in the final, and we managed to pick up our first piece of silverware, our first season, and we finally break Tottenham's trophy curse. It's 11 years, but now we have once again won the League Cup. But that's only the start of the trophies. The Champions League was won by Atletico Madrid, so that makes me feel a little bit better after being absolutely destroyed by them. And Inter Milan have taken down Braga to win the Europa League. So yeah, plenty of ups and downs with this first season in charge of Tottenham, but I mean, the second best thing behind winning the Champions League is the fact that we've qualified again for next season. Let's see if we can go further than a drubbing in the round of 16. I couldn't help myself, lads. Paul Pogba is a Tottenham player. Yes, you heard that correctly. The Frenchman has moved from Manchester to North London. We have secured his services for a transfer fee of £90.4 million. That is just absolutely bonkers. But you know what? I'll welcome him with open arms. Welcome to Tottenham, mate. We bought a midfielder from Manchester United, so it's only right that we sent one in the opposite direction. Victor Wanyama, arguably a better player than Paul Pogba. He is headed to Manchester United. £10.7 million is the transfer fee. And we have gone ahead and brought ourselves in a new starting centre-back. Vertonghen and Alderweireld both aging. Vertonghen definitely more rapidly. So I decided let's not only nip that issue in the bud, but get an upgrade at the same time. So it is Kalidou Koulibaly, the Senegalese centre-back, joining from Chelsea, not Napoli, Chelsea. 2 years in 2 moves. 2 years in 2 moves. No, 2 moves in 2 years for him. £75 million is the transfer sum. So two big players in, Paul Pogba and Kalidou Koulibaly. So excited to see how they impact our side this season. Of course, Victor Wanyama out of the club. But our starting 11 is looking nice, lads. It is looking quite superb. So many 90 rated players, so many high rated 80s players as well. Let's go and see what the group stage for the Champions League is looking like in our second season. This season, we've gone from Group B to D into Milan. We're coming up against them again, but our opponents are the Yellow Submarine in Villarreal and then Victoria Pleasant. So, are we going to get out of the group again? Back to the round of 16? I mean, I would like to think so, but you never know. Let's fast forward, let's simulate to the end of the group stages. As easy as you'd bloody like, not a single loss in the group stages. Hopefully, that is an omen of things to come, but now it's the interesting part. The round of 16. I hope we don't have Atletico Madrid again. Let's find out. Lokomotiv Moscow. I will definitely take that. Definitely not a walk in the park. No team is in the Champions League, but is it an easier opponent than Atletico Madrid? I think we can all agree that it is. So hopefully we can get past the round of 16 into the quarterfinals and beyond. And on the 1st of January, we find ourselves first in the Premier League, 5 points ahead of Chelsea and Everton. Just need to make sure we convert those draws into wins because we've seen it bite us in the ass before. Draws are a killer. A player departure here as Vincent Janssen takes himself to AS Monaco. The Dutchman is now playing for AS Monaco in Ligue 1. He has signed there for £13 million. Yafet Tanganga has made the move to Cadiz CF for £900,000. A massive transfer, definitely. And I have decided to spend some money on a backup goalkeeper in case Hugo Lloris does suffer an injury of some sort or a suspension. So it's a pretty good goalkeeper. It's Norberto Neto. The Brazilian comes across from Valencia. £25.3 million is the transfer sum. So Neto is into the club. He's going to be a worthy backup goalkeeper. Janssen and Tanganga out of the club. Harry Kane is injured at the moment, but I'm hoping he'll be back for at least the second game of the Champions League. But speaking of the Champions League, let's get into the round of 16 and see if we can get past the hump. Alright, Lokomotiv Moscow in the round of 16, the first leg here. Kramaric gets his opportunity in the starting 11. Harry Kane still injured. The away leg is always an opportunity, but always a cautionary tale. We could either go 5-0 up and get 5 away goals, or we could lose 2-0. So at the moment, it's looking like a 0-all game, but they get what? Okay, they got a goal. They could have had a second one, but we've equalised, and we've got an away goal through Dele Alli, which is absolutely brilliant. Alderweireld with a yellow card there, and it's going to end as a 1-all draw. So we have an away goal, but it's only a slight advantage. The home leg now. Still no Harry Kane, but can we get ourselves through to the quarterfinals? We're going to need a big performance here. Let's get ourselves ahead early. We only have the 1 away goal, and they've got themselves an away goal. We equalise through Kramaric. But it is all tied at 2 apiece, so okay, it can't go to extra time now. Dele Alli puts us in front. But the scary thing is, Ali gets a second. I was about to say if they equalise, then they'd be ahead on away goals rule. But we get a 4th goal here. Christian Eriksen putting us 5-2 up on aggregate. Alexandro with a red card. So he's going to miss the quarterfinals. Eriksen got himself a double, but we're going to go through on aggregate 6-2, I believe it was. Without Alexandro, though, for the quarterfinals. Well, a chance for redemption. Atletico Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinals. If we can take them down, I'll be so confident. I mean, they are the reigning champions after all, but easier said than done. Atletico Madrid, let's have it. So Harry Kane is back for the home leg here, but Alexandro is suspended for it. So Ben Davies, still a suitable replacement, but he comes in for the home leg. We need to get off to a better start than we did. We do that! Eriksen puts us 1-0 up. I was about to say we need to get off to a better start than we did last season. We've done that so far, but it can all go down to the shitter at any second. Harry Winks is on for Ali, and then Alderweireld picks up a slight little injury, which isn't good at all. We've got 15 minutes remaining in the first leg here. Heung-min Son doubles our advantage. We are 2-0 up against Atletico Madrid. How bloody good is that? So Alexandro is back. Toby Alderweireld is not, though. He is out for the second leg, so that gives an opportunity for Davinson Sanchez. We've got a 2-0 advantage. If we can get it, we do. I was about to say, if we can get an away goal, we'll be in awesome stead. And we do just that. We are 3-0 up. So Atletico Madrid need to score 4 goals here. This game cannot go to extra time. They need 4 goals in the second half. Morata gets them a goal back, but they are running out of time immensely. 15 minutes to go. We're going to get through, aren't we, lads? We're going to take down Atletico Madrid. There it is. We get our revenge. And we find ourselves now in the Champions League semi-finals. Come on, Tottenham. So Tottenham took Dortmund down in real life on their run to the Champions League final, but we're going to have to do it again here if we want to find ourselves in the final up against either Barcelona or Manchester City. It is Tottenham versus Borussia Dortmund. Season 2, the Champions League semis. Let's get it. And it is the away leg up first, travelling to Signal Iduna Park in front of the yellow wall, which is so intimidating. Unfortunately, Carvajal is suspended, so Aurier comes in. Dortmund with a pretty good side here, but we take the lead. An away goal to Heung-min Son. Absolutely beautiful there. Exactly what we want to see. Who have Dortmund brought in? They brought in Jose Gaya, and that looks about it. But we have a 1-0 lead here. Lucas Moura on for Gareth Bale. Wolf on for Hakimi. Winks on for Ali. Is there going to be any more action in the final moments here? No, there is not. So, we have a tight and narrow lead as we head to the home leg back at the new White Hart Lane, the new Tottenham Stadium. Alright, it's an advantage. A narrow one at that, but an advantage nonetheless. Danny Carvajal back into the starting lineup. It's a full-strength squad here. Eriksen doubles our advantage, so Borussia Dortmund need 2 goals now. They need to score 2 goals. Every second that goes on, the closer we get to the Champions League final. Come on, Heung-min Son! Yes, you beautiful man. 3-0 up. Surely we're not getting caught from now on. Kramaric misses a penalty, which would have secured our spot, but there it is. Eriksen getting a 3rd goal. We're going to go to the Champions League final with absolute ease. No suspensions, no injuries. That is exactly what we like to see. Tottenham Hotspur versus Barcelona. The Season 2 Champions League final. We're going to be versing Messi while he's still absolutely firing. Very interested to see who else they've added, but Barcelona always a tough opponent in career mode. Taking a look around the rest of the tournaments, however, and PSG ended up winning the Europa League. And the good news is we have won the Premier League title, meaning if we do unfortunately go down to Barcelona today, we will get another shot at the Champions League next season. Wolves finishing in 3rd, which is insane, but Tottenham Hotspur, Premier League champions. So that's our 2nd piece of silverware. As we scroll down the table, however, the relegated sides are going to be Brighton, Crystal Palace, and Middlesbrough. Everton have taken down Derby County in the FA Cup final, and they took it all the way to penalties. What is going on? Bristol City have taken down Chelsea on penalties, meaning that they will be in the Europa League next season, and I believe still a championship side. But anyways, time for us to forget about that absolute madness and focus on ourselves. We are in the Champions League final. We are hoping to win the Champions League with Tottenham this season. Definitely an aging squad, and there will have to be some big changes next season if we are unable to do it. A lot of players hitting 30 and older. It's a pretty big squad here. A lot of young talent, but I'm so interested to see how we perform here and whether we can bring the Champions League title to the new White Hart Lane, the new Tottenham Stadium. Let's stop dilly-dallying though, and let's get into the Champions League final against Barcelona in season number 2. It's going to be a massive challenge to take down this star-studded Barcelona side. But let's see if we can do it in Season 2 with Tottenham. They're on the attack here. Leo Messi going to Coutinho. Thankfully, though, he snatches at the shot and puts it wide. Barcelona on the attack here. They've caused us a lot of problems so far, but we actually intercept that one there. Come on, let's hit him on the counter. Harry Kane over the top beautifully to Gareth Bale. It's a dream of a pass, or a dream of a touch as well. But here we go. Kane, I'm just going to have it. We're going to shoot. Oh, we've put it past to Stegen. Not even a green time finish. And it is the Hurricane putting us in front there. Honestly, we've kind of had our backs up against the wall in this game. Barcelona have been all over us for the opening 25 or so minutes. But Harry Kane has belted it from outside the box to Stegen. Interested to see. Yeah, he stood no chance there. Beautiful finish from the 92 rated English captain. Look at that. 1-0 just like that. Messi's on the attack here for Barcelona. Luis Suarez goes to Arthur. Oh dear, we can't give Messi this type of space. Frankie de Jong in the box goes to Arthur. Nah. Arthur has just belted that one top corner. And just like that, Barcelona have equalised. I was more worried about de Jong and Messi for obvious reasons, but it ends up being Arthur who slips up from behind us. Pogba should have really been marking him in all fairness, but we've just given him too much space, and he has thrashed that one into the roof of the net. Fair play, man. Bale's going straight through here. Decides to go out to Eriksen. Kind of broke down a little bit there, but we're still going on. It's going to be Kane going through. Bale, back post. Oh my god, I thought de Jong just put it in the back of the net. Come on, lads. Bale going here to Dele Alli. Dele Alli goes. Over the top is Pogba to Eriksen. Come on, Christian. Get it on somebody's noggin. Son! Son! Oh, Son would have been buzzing. Oh, 59th minute, we almost had the lead there. Look how high he jumped. They're on the attack here, Barcelona. Leo Messi, can't let him shoot. We've already felt the wrath. Oh my god, I thought that one was going to dribble into the bottom corner there. Come on, lads. Trying to pass it around. Harry Kane, look how open Bale is. Come on, Gareth. Oh, he's lost a little bit of pace there. Going through. Ali. Eriksen on the turn. Eriksen puts it in the back of the net. We weren't even facing that way. But Christian Eriksen has put us in front with about 15 minutes to play. How bloody good is that? Initially, I was trying to shoot it with Harry Kane, but it's fallen perfectly there. Oh, I thought that's beautiful. I mean, I'll take it. We weren't even facing the right way. How good is that? That's classic FIFA 19. But finally, for once, it works in our favour. Oh no, Arthur's got the legs. No, he doesn't. Carvajal wins the ball back there. Let's clear that one away. We've got 2 minutes to hold on. We win that header. Come on, let's see if we can secure it. It's going to go to Stegen. Barcelona might have one more lash at this one. One more bite at the cherry. Not sure why they're not hoofing that one upfield. And it's going to cost them because the referee is going to blow the full-time whistle. We have taken down Barcelona and we have won the Champions League with Tottenham Hotspur. Lads, if you enjoyed this Spurs rebuild, make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. But I will let you enjoy the title celebrations. It has been JarradHD here. I am out. Peace.